it'll probably be my last, yes. Yeah, this will be my last home game. Hopefully get a call up or getting picked in the World Cup squad. I mean, there's no guarantees to that. And yeah, I've announced that that'll be the end of my ODI career. I'll still be available for selection for international T20 cricket. But yeah, this will be the last game for me from an ODI perspective at my home ground. And it's a great achievement and a great way to end it off. This is where it all started for me. A massive privilege to play for South Africa so many times and to get so many caps, and long may it last for the next few months as well. Yeah, just managing it and looking after it as best as I can. I think the important thing for me is if I don't need to use it, I want to try and make sure I look after it as best as possible. Look, it's not 100% yet, but I think it's important to manage it well, to look after it, and obviously a really good team around me that's giving me the confidence that I need. But going forward, you know, it's getting stronger literally every 24 hours, and that's the important thing. The last 5 months, as I said, I've had an amazing team to get me on the park, so I'm very grateful to be back playing for the green and gold again. And you know, it's just really amazing to end off on a high here in South Africa at my home ground. It's a daily process for me. As I said, every 24 hours it gets stronger, but that's with a lot of rehab and maintenance work that you need for it to get stronger day by day. It's more the fielding. So bowling, you know, it takes about an over and a half to loosen up. So don't be alarmed if you get a few short balls in the first over. But yeah, the bowling's coming on nicely, and I think the more I do it, the more it loosens up and the more stronger it gets day by day. As I said, you know, the better it's going to be from a bowling and a fielding perspective. With the break, with the shoulder surgery, I had a lot of time to reflect and where I want to go with my career and what's important for me in the sort of the immediate future. And obviously my family becomes a big part of that. 2 growing children, and I want to be a present father, if you want to call it that. And I've seen the difference it makes, you know, being at home. And I've had an illustrious opportunity from an international career perspective, and massive privilege to be part of the green and gold for so many years. But I've just got to that point, I think, from a appetite point of view for international cricket and the demands it has on a daily basis. It's probably come to the end. You know, massive aspirations to be part of that World Cup squad and hopefully bring that elusive trophy home for South Africa. But the journey is the one that one remembers. It's not necessarily the start or the finish. I think it's the journey that you thoroughly enjoy, the friendships that you've earned and made over the years, not only internationally, but you know, playing in tournaments around the world and forming relationships and friendships with different players across the board has been a huge privilege. And I know it's not the final curtain, you want to call it that, but it's a chapter that is going to be closing pretty soon. But a huge privilege, and one that I'll always be grateful for. You know, this team that I've represented for so many years, the Protea fire that we formed, the bond and the culture that has been formed within this group has been an amazing honor to be a part of and to be part of that journey. If you think of what we're going into, being the World Cup, you know, every game is an important game. So it's not about a group stage, you're playing every team. So I think it's important, the mindset that we've had and the guys have had, particularly in the first 3 games, is that we want to win every game. Particularly because you're playing a different team every game. So I think from a preparation point of view, from a World Cup, that's the kind of mindset that we want to go into tomorrow with.